Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Ricky. Today, I'm going to share about the benefit and advantage for using the high power transmitter with low frequency to enhance the accuracy of underground utility detections and the reliability of the detection result. We are going to introduce you in the next slide and hope this will benefit to all the contractor, utility mapping service provider, and also the utility companies.
Loc-150Tx transmitter is a high output power transmitter with the use of low frequency. And the transmitter consists of Loc-150Tx AC power cord for power supply, the ground stick, and the direct connection leads for direct connection mode application, and the DC power lead. You can use the car battery to power the system instead of using the power generator. Loc-150Tx transmitter serve the key benefits for below situation for high accuracy and reliable detection result. Long distance detection needs to detect confidently in contested site condition, to detect deep buried underground pipelines and metallic utilities, to detect the big diameter underground pipeline detection needs. Here is the comparison of the conventional transmitter versus the Loc-150 high power transmitter. On the left hand side, there are various type of and model of the conventional transmitter. There's a 1 watt transmitter, 3 watts transmitter, 5 watt transmitter, and 10 watts transmitter. On the right, we have the beast Loc-150 watt transmitter for high accuracy and long distance detection needs. Here are some of the details information, what the benefits can be provided with the Loc-150 transmitter. The Loc-150 transmitter can stand the high output power up to 4,000 million or 4 ampere of detectable signal. This will ensure the signal stability to be able to send to the far end of the long distance pipelines or cable. And this transmitter emphasizes on low frequency active detection in order to reduce the signal interference to the nearby utility. And this is to enhance that the signal clarity to allow an accurate detection. The example of the low frequency can be used, can be selected from the high power transmitter. Is as low as 98 Hertz and up to maximum low frequency of 640 Hertz. Due to the low frequency being applied for the detection needs, so only the direct connection detection mode can be applied. On the right hand side, here are some of the benefits and limitations of the standard conventional transmitter, which has a limited output up to around maximum 10 watts. Vary frequency from the low and medium or high frequency to suit all kinds of general detection mode. So here I would like to highlight it is for general detection needs. As higher frequency signal will be able to create a higher signal distortion and interference to the nearby utility. This is the limitation for the standard conventional transmitter. So the frequency for active mode detection, the lowest you can select is 512 Hz. And there are various selectable frequency with the medium frequency of 8 kHz, 33 kHz, and higher frequency 83 kHz and above, up to a maximum of 200 kHz. And the benefits of using standard conventional transmitter, besides the direct connection, it also has signal climb and induction mode can be applied for detection needs. Here shows that the TX 150 watts high power transmitter has various combinations of frequency that can be selected. But for detection and locating of the pipeline, position, and also the depth measurement, here we would like to emphasize on the 4 low frequency which can be selected. There's 98 Hz, 128 Hz, 512 Hz, and 640 Hz. As we said earlier, the transmitter transmitting higher frequency during the detection will be able to create a higher level of signal distortion to the utility. Here we have 2 utilities side by side, and on the left hand side, if we send the signal, higher frequency signal on the target line on the left, the signal will couple to the nearby metallic utility and create induce a signal interference to the nearby utility. And we can see the brown color is a resultant magnetic field, which the locator will pinpoint on the resultant magnetic field received by the receiver. And we can see that the signal detect and the position is not on the target line, nor on the adjacent utility. As a result, detection with a high frequency, the accuracy will be reduced. In another way to locate with high accuracy and high confidence of the positions and the depth, using low frequency with high output will provide accurate and reliable result. Almost no or only minimum distortion field will be created to the nearby utility. Hence, this will enhance the high accuracy of the detection result on the target line. Using the TX 150 transmitter, the direct connection can be applied to the cable, and to apply the direct connection to the cable, operator have to ensure that the cable must be isolated. And this, we always need an electrical technician to assist to make sure the safety first. The ground must be good for this application. And then another option is to do a direct connection mode detection on metallic pipeline. And for using of the TX 150 low frequency output transmitter, operator must make sure the grounding must be good in order to allow the signal to be able to travel along the pipeline up to the far end. And the third method to reduce the interference from the target line by using the TX150 transmitter to the nearby utility, especially for example, gas pipeline or mild steel metallic water pipe. If there is a possibility to do an end-to-end connection, this is the best way to reduce the signal from the return ground to jump on or couple to the nearby utility. As a result, by using this connection, so the signal will be returned using the ground cable and direct to the transmitter. So almost minimum or no interference will be coupled to the nearby utility. And this will ensure the high accuracy for the depth measurement and pinpoint of the location. Here are the case study to share by using the high power transmitter tracing for the 11 kV cable at the substation at Nuni Bangi. So with the help of the TMB technicians, the direct connections have been applied to the 11 kV cable from the substation, and we're using the substation ground, which is a very good ground for the return signal, and we trace along the cable from the substation and up to the roundabout about 1.8 kilometer long distance. Here are the location and alignment which has been detected using the high power transmitter. And we traced and found there is a marking stone for the 11 kV high tension cable. And we can get the depth for the cable which is installed by the HDD method. And we can see here have a very clear and clean signal. The signal is just a small dot which with a green color. This shows that there is almost no signal interference or distortion. And the green color shows that the clarity of the detectable signal is very, very clear. And we have a depth measurement for this HDD installed cable at 3.57 meter or 3.6 meter depth. And here are the route with the trowel to evaluate the effectiveness of the cable detection using the high power transmitter. From the substation, where we see from point 1 and along the road crossing the main road and along the roadside on the left up to the roundabout and cross the roundabout. So the maximum detectable cable depth is 4.7 meter for this particular cable. So the maximum depth for this particular cable vary from point to point along the cable, but the maximum depth is being detected at 4.7 meter depth. All the results detected can be saved and downloaded as a proof of the detectable depth, frequency used with the GPS positions of the alignment. Another case study using this high output transmitter with a proof of concept requested by the Selangor Water. And this is to verify the locations of the 900 millimeter diameter mild steel main water pipe at high com reservoir at client area. So detection have been carried out, verified, and mapping on site for the targeted pipeline from others buried utilities. This is the location of the reservoir on top of the hill nearby to a housing estate, and the pipeline is located from the reservoir, and we trace downhill along the road across the housing estate. And this is the pipeline where we detect for the 900. At the same time, we verified the 800 pipeline from the 900 pipeline. That is why we have two lines going side by side from the reservoir. And it is about a kilometer or 100-meter length of the pipeline from the reservoir downhill to the main valve chamber at this junction. So this is the presentation for today, and we would like to emphasize for all the contractors and also the licensed surveyor or the service provider for underground utility mapping. Please check on the tools and equipment that you have in hand. And if you would like to do a good accuracy, reliable, and deliver a good service to your customer, you must have to think about what are the technology that you needed or to top up to enhance the detection reliability. If you have any questions or inquiry, please WhatsApp or call to the below number. Look for Mr. Sean or myself, Dr. Ricky Go. Thank you very much.